Hey, what's going on, everybody? This is Tyrone back with Tech Life. And if you watched the previous video of mine, I told you guys in one of those videos that the Root Metrics report was going to come out soon. And although the extended detailed version of that report is not out yet, which I'm assuming it will be out next week, Monday, Tuesday, Verizon is already reporting highlights of that testing. So they already internally have the testing results, the full results. And again, Verizon remains unmatched for overall network performance and reliability. And again, to no surprise, I told you guys this would happen. I've said it in previous videos. They're even now able to claim 5G reliability. Root Metrics did give them that as well. And that's for overall across the entire network. So early on, and this was before the merger was approved, in those videos I told you, even though T-Mobile is combining with Sprint, they're merging, their biggest flaw is still going to be network size. They're going to be smaller. They're going to lack some of that performance. And early on in the integration process, which we're almost 24 months in, April of this year will be 24 months, the full 2 years of Sprint and T-Mobile being one company, Neville Ray is still the head of the network. And his strategy, since he's been with T-Mobile, I think he joined T-Mobile in like 1995, build from the inside out. So over these last almost 24 months, they've been building from the inside out. So the inside, within the 200 million, they cover now 210 million. They had to build N41 as quickly as possible on that anchor network so they could migrate the Sprint base, because that meant more usage very quickly on T-Mobile's network. And in order to keep the network from crashing with additional usage, they had to build N41 quickly. And we are seeing that. We are 100% seeing that. Root Metrics is come this when the full report is out, they're going to report T-Mobile being 100 times better at the urban level. They're going to have a drastic increase across the board. Now they're still not going to beat Verizon, and they may have caught up more to AT&T than anything, but they're going to be improved at the urban levels within the 125 markets that Root Metrics covers. T-Mobile is going to be improved across the board. Reliability, accessibility, calling, speeds, everything will be improved. And that will keep improving, the first half of this year, the second half, and then going into 23. Now, where T-Mobile still lacks, and I called this before the merger was even approved, is on coverage. So at the state/national level scores on Root Metrics, T-Mobile still has not improved. They're still dead last in those categories. Now at the national level, AT&T is set to tie with Verizon, from what I'm being told, for the first time ever. So that's a big accomplishment from AT&T, and that's in large part due to that first net investment. So they've caught up to that data reliability and overall coverage quite quickly because of that reimbursement from the government. And it's just going to take T-Mobile time to get to that level. They're going to have to gradually increase. They're now going into rural this year to go from 210 to 260, what the guidance says. I still think they're going to do 270, 275. And then they gradually are going to scale those new site builds. It's going to help. They can't have this, site spacing on coverage 40 miles apart between sites. They have to start putting sites in between that to score better, to get better overall performance of the network. AT&T and Verizon have started doing that. They have started adding density between that site spacing, and it's made their network better. And it gives them, or Verizon, it gives them that top-notch reliability across the board. So 93 markets is where Verizon dominated that 99.5 percentile mark. They dominated to gain that 5G reliability over anybody else. I mean, AT&T was at 63, T-Mobile was at 19. So again, T-Mobile has some catching up to do. We're going to see them get better this year. We're going to see them get better in 23. And the coverage aspect, it'll have to continue throughout going into 24. The coverage is just massive in terms of the landmass you have to cover. That's not an overnight task. It's not by all means. So just want to read you off just really quickly some of the highlights that Verizon's already reporting. Again, the full report should be out soon for us to see. Verizon won or shared an exceptional 738 metro area root score awards out of 875 total chances. So again, Verizon still top notch in those categories. Verizon took home the most network speed awards of any carrier at 85. Verizon registered 43 markets out of the top 125 with a median speed of at least 40 megabits a second. So that CBRS is kicking in, the small cells. Here, just for a quick example, in El Paso, they have completely pivoted towards a strong small cell build. As a matter of fact, I'm going to go check out one right here after this video, a brand new one that they just constructed. So that's a massive build. It's almost like a new underlying network that they're building alongside their macro grid. Verizon earned 117 reliability root score awards, more than all other carriers measured by root metrics. So again, AT&T is still behind on that category as well, and T-Mobile is too. So T-Mobile, in my opinion, does seem more focused. So within the midterm, I could see T-Mobile passing AT&T on root metrics. I could see that happening, very much so. They're more focused. They're accelerating right now. They're investing. They got that N41 going up. With AT&T, there's a lot of uncertainty. We just don't know. Are they going to have stock of the DoD to really deploy that at scale? Are they going to be able to get that deployment engine going in the second half to where it makes a meaningful material difference? Or are we going to have to wait for 2023 for that to happen? So again, clear-cut winner, Verizon on root metrics. I know some of you won't be shocked. Some of you will likely say the check cleared early. You know, the conspiracy theories that everyone throws around. But I've witnessed it. I mean, I've had testing cycles where I've had Verizon and T-Mobile side by side while traveling, and Verizon was just plain better. They've invested at a similar clip during LTE. So T-Mobile just can't make that up because they've invested for 2 years going into 3 more than they did as a standalone. Verizon has been investing that, you know, that closer to that $20 billion mark for like a whole decade. How is T-Mobile going to make that up in 3 years? That just never made sense to me. I don't know who came up with that, who set that, but Verizon, LTE investment since 2008, 2009, and the total amount just kept increasing as they started slowing down on that low band and they needed to that XLTE. After that XLTE, they just went bananas on densification. They decided not to buy any more spectrum. They just went crazy on densification. What did that mean? More time spent on QAM, better uplink, better throughput, less null sectors. I mean, it just, and of course, more reliability. So leave all your comments in the comment section down below. I look forward to reading them. I know it'll be a mixed bag, mixed feelings, but this is just how it is. This is a scientific platform with a scientific testing software. Whatever the software reads is what root metrics is going to report. They are reporting T-Mobile is increasing. In fact, T-Mobile has won more outright root metric markets than they've done in the past. And I predict that to be the case again in the first half of 22. They'll win more number ones. And I think they'll be very competitive against AT&T in that metric this year. And I think they have an opportunity to surpass them next year. And Root will show that. But again, Verizon is just so far along, and their investment is getting deeper and deeper and deeper. And they accomplished this without C-band at scale. They did this with that LTE DSS network. So just imagine once they have that dedicated C-band on air with that densification. So again, make sure you like, share, subscribe, follow the social media outlets. See you guys in the next one. Peace.